Sarah was about to head out when she noticed 3 tiny kittens huddled by her car tire. They seemed scared, and their big blue eyes looked up at her with a mix of hope and desperation. It wasn't just a normal day anymore. This unexpected encounter tugged at her heartstrings. What Sarah discovered next about the kitten's story shattered her completely. As I drove into my driveway, the sight of them curled up in a tiny ball caught my eye. There they were, huddled right by my car tires, just calmly ignoring the hustle around them. I shook my head and said, "You guys really picked my spot, huh?" Even with the street buzzing past, they didn't seem to mind one bit. It made me wonder if they found some kind of peace right there. Curiosity got the better of me, so I knelt down and tried coaxing them closer. "Hey there, little friends," I whispered softly. As if on cue, Lily, my neighbour's daughter, came running over, her eyes brimming with excitement. "Are they yours?" she asked breathlessly. "Nope, just some unexpected visitors," I chuckled. We both focused on the kittens, trying to win their trust with gentle words and outstretched hands. The kittens let out soft mews, as if basking in the attention Lily and I offered. "They really like us," Lily giggled. We agreed to keep an eye on them for a bit. "Let's see if they want to play," I suggested. And so, we invented games with twigs and leaves, trying to keep the little furballs entertained while figuring out what to do next. Earlier, I thought shooing them away was best, but now it felt all wrong. "We can't just send them off," I confided to Lily. Just then, Mr. Benson from the shelter strolled over, raising an eyebrow at the curious sight in my yard. "What's this tail you've found?" he inquired. As we told him about our tiny guests, he listened with intrigued amusement. Mr. Benson and I talked about how to safely help the kittens. "We could move them, but where?" he pondered. Meanwhile, the kittens seemed oddly drawn to my car. Lily noticed, "They keep coming back here, like it's home." Mr. Benson nodded, as if piecing a puzzle together. Somehow, my car had become their safe spot, an irresistible place for them to return. Each night, like clockwork, the kittens gathered by my car. "Persistent little ones," I remarked to Lily. She replied, "Maybe they know you're kind, Sarah." I smiled at her thoughtfulness, watching the kittens huddle by the tires, seemingly feeling secure. Their loyalty to that routine put a kind of magic in our evening air, blending Lily's light-hearted energy with a deep fondness for these unexpected visitors. The morning sun painted a warm glow over my driveway, revealing our guests still asleep by the car. "All night, huh?" I noted, surprised by their consistency. Untouched and undisturbed, they lay there, breathing softly. Lily pointed, "They must feel safe here." They did seem unchanged, like a peaceful little miracle that we had become part of. Our connection with the kittens felt stronger by the daylight. Worry started to creep in as I observed the kittens more closely. "Something feels off," I said, noticing one seemed slower. Lily squinted, pointing at the kitten that lingered behind. "That one's kind of wobbly," she commented. Her eyes met mine, exchanging a concerned look. The thought of something being wrong made me uneasy, and it was clear we needed to act soon for their health. To ease our concerns, we turned to Mr. Benson for advice. "Maybe they're hurt," I worried aloud. He suggested seeing a vet. "Best to know what's up," he reasoned. I couldn't agree more, so I set up an appointment. The vet visit felt like the next step in this adventure. As we prepared to take them in, I hoped there was nothing serious but knew we had to check. Taking a deep breath, I explained the whole situation to Mr. Benson, showing him the pictures of our little friends. He looked at them, nodding thoughtfully. "They're lucky to have found you," he said. We discussed their care, and he offered some sound advice. "Make sure they've got enough food and water," he advised. His reassurance was helpful, and I felt more prepared to care for these unexpected guests. Mr. Benson surprised me by providing some supplies for the kittens. There were small feeding bowls, soft blankets, and a starter kit of kitten food. I couldn't thank him enough. "This should help you out," he smiled. On my way back home, my arms full of supplies. I felt a newfound hope bubbling inside. The kittens were in good hands, and we were ready to make this work. The next morning, the kittens appeared more lively, prancing around their new setup. Their energy warmed my heart. "I want to make their spot cute," Lily announced with a grin. She got to work decorating, adding little touches here and there. "They deserve a nice home," she giggled as she hung a tiny string of lights above their area. Their new space was becoming a cozy little haven. Each day rolled into a new rhythm with the kittens. Feeding them became a ritual, followed by playtime that left us all smiling. Lily often spent her afternoons at my place, ensuring the kittens stayed happy and healthy. "Playtime, guys!" she'd sing out, laughter bubbling up. We both devoted ourselves to their care, making sure they felt loved and secure in their tiny new world. The kittens had endless energy, zipping around and exploring every nook. Their tiny paws left adorable tracks all over my kitchen floor. It quickly became a game, watching them dart from room to room. "You're little adventurers," Lily laughed, trying to keep up with them. Watching them embrace their new home brought joy to our hearts. It was clear they felt safe enough to explore freely. As the kittens bounded around, Sarah and Lily took turns cleaning up after them. "They're like little whirlwinds," Sarah chuckled as she swept away their tiny footprints. But new challenges arose. Loud noises seemed to send the kittens into a panic. "They're scared again," Lily noticed as the kittens scurried for cover. Understanding their fears, Sarah decided to keep the environment as calm as possible. One evening, a thunderstorm rolled in, booming sharply overhead. The unexpected noise panicked the kittens, sending them darting under the couch. "It's okay, little ones," Lily murmured, crouching down to offer comfort. "We're right here," Sarah added, gently reaching under the furniture. Their words seemed to reassure the frightened furballs, gradually coaxing them back out with a gentle tone and soft strokes. The storm stirred Sarah's curiosity about what the kittens might have experienced outside. Why were they so easily startled? She began jotting down notes, observing their behaviors closely. "Maybe we can understand them better," she discussed with Lily. Each day, they noted different habits and quirks, like detective work aimed at unraveling the mystery of their furry companion's past. The more Sarah watched over the kittens, the more she felt the weight of responsibility for their safety. "I've got to find out why they're here," she told Lily, determination in her voice. The mystery surrounding the kittens wasn't just a puzzle, it was a call to action. Sarah was committed to unveiling the story, feeling the need to protect them from harm. One day, as Sarah was tidying her yard, she discovered a piece of torn fabric by her car. It was stuck under the vehicle, covered in dust like it had been there for a long time. She knelt to examine it closely, wondering aloud, "What's this doing here?" The find seemed intriguing, hinting at a story untold, weaving more curiosity into the web of mystery around the kittens. As neighbours gathered around, their curiosity was contagious. They speculated wildly, throwing out ideas. "Maybe they're waiting for their mum," someone threw in. Another suggested they could be lost. Laughter bubbled up, yet behind it, the real question lingered. What was the true story? Sitting there, surrounded by lively chatter, I felt myself pulled deeper into their mystery, hoping to find a hidden truth soon. Mrs. Crawford, a neighbour, chuckled. "Don't worry, their mother will come looking soon." I nodded, trying to latch onto that hope, but a seed of worry nestled in too. Would anyone come for these kittens? I couldn't turn away from them now. With each glance outside, hope wrestled with doubt, waiting for a clue that answered why these little ones chose my car. To ensure I didn't miss anything, I set up a night camera near the car. "I have to see if anything shows up," I told Lily. The next morning, we gathered to watch the footage like it was a new movie. It showed the kittens playing under the moonlight, yet no visitors appeared. Just small explorers in command of the place, revealing little about their past. Setting out some food before bedtime, I hoped it'd finally draw their attention. "They must be starving," I thought, placing the bowl carefully. But by morning, the dish was mostly untouched. Confused by the uneaten food, I peeked outside again. There they were by the car, their persistence baffling. It left a question teasing my mind. Why do they always return here, waiting quietly with wide eyes? Each day deepened my bond with these kittens. Their soft meows strengthened my resolve. "There's more to this," I told Lily, who nodded in agreement. Feeling a heavier responsibility now, we knew we had to discover the true story behind those curious eyes. It was like becoming part of a deeper mission. Unraveling the unsolved piece of their lives became an urgent quest for us. The phone's ring startled me out of my thoughts. Mr. Benson was calling, his voice urgent yet calm. "Someone reported seeing stray kittens nearby," he shared. My mind leaped to my car, hoping for a breakthrough. The urgency swelled in me. Was this the clue? With excitement and a hint of nervousness, I thanked him quickly, eager to follow this intriguing lead wherever it would take us. Mr. Benson's description matched perfectly with the kittens I'd found by my car. Hope surged, propelling me into action. I hurriedly gathered my coat, pocketing my keys. "Can't waste any time," I muttered, stepping out with purpose. The location provided felt like a magnet, pulling me in with possibilities. Clue or not, my determination to solve their mysterious attachment spurred me forward eagerly. Lily was insistent about joining the search. "No way I'm missing this," she declared, bounding into the passenger seat. United in our quest, we arrived at an old construction site, curiosity piqued by the prospect of discovery. It was an eerie place, untouched by time, but full of potential clues. Armed with determination and a bit of nerves, we embarked on examining the place. Debris and trash scattered around the site gave it a ghostly feel. Despite the mess, we braved the piles of rubble, eyes keen for signs or remnants. "Something has to be here," I insisted, probing under mounds of dirt and rocks. Our search brought no solid leads, but something rustled curiosity, little tracks imprinted in dusty lanes. They spoke of small wanderers, leading us to continue seeking answers. We followed the faint animal tracks with growing anticipation. They wound through dust and debris like a map scrawled inside nature's canvas. "See those?" Lily asked, pointing. The tracks led us toward a makeshift shelter that someone had created, a wooden, weather-beaten structure. It was proof that something or someone considered it home once. My heart swelled with possibility. It was a sign that the kitten's story might be closer to unfolding. Hope lit up my face as we approached the spot Master Benson suggested. But once there, we were met with emptiness. It seemed nobody had been here for weeks. "Guess we're a bit late," I remarked, hinting at disappointment. Lily nodded, brushing her hair back as she scanned the area. The wind rustled through the empty space, leaving us with more questions than answers. Returning home, each step felt heavier than the last. The familiar sound of soft meowing greeted us as the kittens came running, tails wagging. "They're happy to see us," Lily observed, bending down to pet them. It pulled a subtle smile from my lips. Despite the day's setbacks, their innocent joy was infectious, making our worries seem smaller in their presence. We settled onto the porch, sipping lemonade while the kittens played around our feet. Their big, curious eyes seemed to ask questions we couldn't answer. They gazed at us with trust, making everything feel a little brighter. "What do you think they're wondering?" Lily mused, watching them chase a leaf. I shrugged, but couldn't help imagining the answers they might be seeking in their tiny hearts. As I sat there, the orange kitten with white paws nudged against my hand, purring softly. "Someone wants attention," Lily giggled as the kitten cuddled closer. A small laugh escaped me, and for the first time that day, the heaviness lifted momentarily. Unexpected warmth blossomed in my chest, reminding me of the simple joys that these little creatures brought into our lives. Suddenly, an idea popped into my mind, sparking fresh hope. "What if we tried checking the other spots again?" I suggested, my voice gaining excitement. "Like Retrace our steps? Lily asked, a spark of curiosity in her eyes. I nodded, buzzing with the possibility of uncovering something we'd missed before. Motivated, we gathered our things, ready to embark on another quest for answers. Inspired, Lily and I sat at the kitchen table, scribbling down possible routes the kittens might have taken. Every alley and park, I listed, circling spots on the map. All the places they could have been, Lily chimed in, marking them off with determination. Our minds raced with ideas as we planned the day's exploration, bound by the hope of discovering their secret path. Beyond our immediate area, I explored online forums, hoping for leads on any similar kitten stories. Maybe someone's seen them, I mumbled, scanning the posts. Lily peered over my shoulder, her interest piqued. Each click revealed hints from neighbouring areas, like pieces of a puzzle expanding our search. It was overwhelming but exciting, hinting that we might find the key to their mysterious journey. We returned to the alley with fresh eyes, our spirits renewed. Did we miss anything? I wondered aloud, retracing our prior steps. Something caught my eye, a narrow passage tucked away unnoticed before. Look over here, I pointed eagerly, guiding Lily toward the forgotten corner. The discovery felt promising, like we had stumbled upon a hidden vein leading us closer to the truth. A faint feline scent lingered in the air as we ventured down the new path. Can you smell that? Lily asked, crinkling her nose. The sweet scent of damp earth mixed with something undeniably feline. I nodded, instinctively drawn toward it. Our investigation revealed a tiny nest-like structure tucked neatly within the shadows. It seemed we had come one step closer to an untold tale. Nestled within the nook were scattered remnants, bits of fur and torn fabric, whispering secrets of their past. These must be theirs, I mused, piecing together the clues. Slowly, the story began to connect. The kittens had made it their home, and now every trace pointed to this tiny world that sheltered them. Finally, a sense of understanding dawned upon me, illuminating the path we'd been seeking. As we pieced together the clues, it became clear that their mother had probably been looking after them here. This little hub near my car wasn't just a random spot. They found warmth here and something familiar, I said to Lily. She leaned in, her expression soft and understanding. Everything seemed to connect. It's like they're looking for her, Lily sighed, and I couldn't help but agree. The realization pulled at my heartstrings, but it also gave a sense of relief that we finally understood. As the kittens playfully pawed at Lily's shoelaces, I couldn't help feeling empathy for their situation. At least they're safe now, I said, giving Lily a side hug. The relief was bittersweet, making the moment heavy and light all at once, a strange yet comforting dance of feelings. With the pieces fitting together, a tragic devotion painted itself in my mind. These little kittens, with their innocent adventure, were never truly alone. They've been surrounded by her warmth all this time, Lily commented, watching them explore. An unexpected comfort settled in as we watched their story unfold. The evidence of their mother's care was all there, hidden in plain sight, but now clear as day. Armed with a deeper understanding, I decided it was time to take full responsibility. We'll take care of you guys, I assured them, my voice full of resolve. With Lily by my side, there was no doubt we could do it. The kittens would be nurtured right here, growing stronger every day. I could see in their playful tumbles that they felt at home already, and this was just the beginning. With their well-being now a priority, food and affection flowed freely from my home. Neighbours began to notice, smiling as they watched the playful antics. "They're little stars around here," Lily laughed, watching one of the kittens chase a falling leaf. As our bond with them grew, so did the community's affection. Each day built little moments, connecting everyone in this shared experience of care. Mr. Benson frequently stopped by to check on the kittens, his gentle demeanour calming them. "They look happier now," he noted with a satisfied nod, expertly examining them. There was reassurance in his visits, an affirmation of their thriving state. Each day, the kittens seemed more energetic, their initial fear a distant memory. It was a calm, rhythmic growth, a journey we were all a part of. Naturally, Sarah and Lily became the primary caregivers. Every morning, playful purrs and tumbles greeted them. "Morning, little ones," Lily would chant in a sing-song voice. Their days became a rhythm of feeding, playing, and loving. The kittens nestled into this routine beautifully, adjusting as if it was meant for them all along. Their presence was a joyful rhythm that beat steadily under Sarah and Lily's care. Gradually, the kittens' persistence seemed to fade as a sense of comfort enveloped them. "They're getting comfy," Lily remarked, noticing their softened antics. Gone was the initial restlessness, replaced by ease and playfulness. Each day, they appeared more at home, nestling closer to their new sanctuary. Everyone could see how relaxed they had become, each moment feeling more harmonious, more in tune with the life unfolding around them. As Sarah watched the kittens lose their guard, a warm satisfaction grew in her heart. "It's like they finally feel safe," she mused, largely to herself. The sense of protectiveness she felt was shifting, replaced by a fulfilling bond between them. Their joy and growth brought pure delight, a mutual exchange of love. The shared journey nurtured Sarah as much as the kittens themselves, a tender connection uniting them all. One evening, Sarah pondered the prospect of moving the car. "What do you guys think?" she asked the kittens playfully. As if understanding her curiosity, they wobbled cautiously closer, sniffing and examining the iron beast that had been part of their world. Their keen interest was almost amusing. It signaled another step in their story, another bob of their heads in exploring this newfound world they were growing to love. Lily watched the kittens with a big smile on her face. "Look at them go!" she exclaimed. The kittens moved around cautiously, sniffing and exploring. Their tiny noses twitched with curiosity as they poked around. It was nice to see their fear had lifted. "They seem braver today," Sarah said, feeling hopeful. The kittens continued their adventure, and it was clear they were getting used to their new space, little by little. "These guys need more adventures," Sarah observed as she watched them peek through the grass. She was curious if they'd discover something by following the same paths she did. Every sound interested them. Little tails wagged with excitement. Getting lost in their world, the kittens wandered about, eager to find new playmates or toys. Their need for fun and exploration seemed boundless, keeping Sarah's eyes peeled for their favourite spots. Their story echoed in Sarah's mind as she watched them. "They've finally found their family," she realised. The warmth and understanding shared made everything feel just right. "Do you think they know they're safe?" Lily asked. Sarah replied, "I think they do now." The bond they created with these kittens was as real as any family. They finally found the love and care they had been seeking all along. "Let's make sure they always feel this love," Sarah said, looking at Lily. The warm weather let the kittens play outside more. "Catch me if you can." Lily laughed as the kittens darted after her shoelaces. The kittens' happiness mirrored the bright skies overhead, and they played, free and full of life. It was Sarah's mission to keep this energy alive, making their home a joyful place. "Hey, look at what they're doing now!" Sarah called out, as the kittens curiously investigated a fallen stick. Something so simple turned into a new adventure for them. "They're full of surprises," Lily noted, trying to catch up. As they explored, Sarah's love for them grew stronger. Each new day invited fresh escapades, turning their small lives into larger stories. It was rewarding to watch them embrace their shelter so openly. With a gentle resolve, Sarah shared something crucial. Their mum used the car as a secret spot, she explained gently to Lily. The car had been their hidden protection the whole time. Lily listened intently, understanding the mother's actions in a new way. This revelation brought clarity to their attachment, as what the kittens had really been clinging to was the last bit of their mother's love and her protective choice. "She made my car a sanctuary," Sarah added, recounting what she had learned. The mama cat had wisely chosen Sarah's car as her safe place, knowing her health was fading. It had been her final decision, sheltering her little ones when she couldn't be there. "It's like she knew what she was doing," Lily murmured, touched by the protective instinct the mother had shown, even in her last days. "She did something admirable," Mr. Benson confirmed, reflecting on the mother's final protective move. His words untangled the emotional knots that had formed. Understanding flooded in with a gentle grace, giving room for the full narrative to settle. There was a quiet legitimacy to what had transpired. It was as if, even in absence, the mother's presence lingered, wrapping us in the wisdom of her last nurturing act. Her sacrifice painted a picture full of maternal tenderness. "She truly loved them," Lily said softly, feeling the emotional weight. The realization that their protective mother had orchestrated everything added depth to Sarah's appreciation for their story. It was like a bittersweet embrace, wrapping them in the reality of her actions. Each piece of the puzzle spoke of an enduring love, one that would echo in their lives indefinitely. Sarah pulled Lily into a hug, both feeling emotional from the realization. "We need to keep her legacy alive," Sarah whispered, knowing their duty was to provide the safety and love the mama cat intended. That calm, protective intention was almost palpable. Lily nodded, understanding the commitment. Their journey wasn't done. If anything, it had just begun, carrying the nurturing legacy ahead, rooted in the love born from a mother's brave choice. Sarah and Lily shared a quiet moment, nodding to each other as they absorbed the reality. Tears welled in Sarah's eyes, softened by the knowledge that had finally come to light. "I think we understand now," she said quietly, gratitude filling her voice. The kittens continued to purr around them, unaware of the weight their presence carried. In that silence, a gentle peace settled over everyone, marking the end of their search for answers. With newfound certainty, Sarah felt a warm glow inside. The kittens, now safe and sound, played by her feet while the sun cast a soft light on them. "It's all settled now, isn't it?" Lily smiled, her eyes on the frolicking kittens. Sarah nodded, knowing she'd keep them safe forever. Beneath this calm, her heart brimmed with warmth, thankful to have taken them under her wing, right where they all belonged. The kittens weren't just beloved by Sarah. Soon, the whole neighborhood adored them. Mr. Benson proudly declared them local heroes, honored by the tale of their journey. One day, he appeared with tiny tags engraved with their new names. "These are for the brave trio," he grinned, handing them over to Sarah. Their story, vibrant and full of life, became a beacon of joy for the community, each tag a mark of their triumphant spirit. The kittens, now fearless and loving, filled the days with joy. "Catch me if you can," Lily called, laughing as they chased her around. Their playful charms spread through the neighborhood, drawing smiles even from the sternest faces. Everyone joined in this shared happiness, indulging in the simple pleasures of play. It was as if the entire community danced alongside them, celebrating life's playful spirit wrapped up in so many tiny paws. Every morning blossomed with laughter as the kittens leapt into their new adventures. "Their energy is endless," Sarah chuckled, watching them scramble after a butterfly. The air was light, filled with their joyous antics and newfound zest for life. Sarah's heart swelled with pride, knowing they had found a perfect destiny together. She watched each day unfold, every moment a fresh start shining with laughter and bright promise. As life settled into a comforting rhythm, the past wove into their everyday moments like a gentle thread. Lily's visits were greeted with wide-eyed excitement, her friendship with the kittens growing deeper each day. "Here we go again," she laughed, flopping down beside them as they clambered over her. Sarah watched them, her heart warmed by the life they'd built together, a beautiful mix of love, laughter, and shared stories. In the cozy warmth of their blended lives, everyone seemed to find solace and joy. We're like one big happy family, Lily giggled, smiling at Sarah and the kittens. Their days were coloured with affection, each moment steeped in a purpose discovered through shared love. Happiness lingered, brightening their home with unmatched affection. The bond extended to all who knew them, a gentle tale of connection and community woven through every day. As the season shifted, the kittens grew more comfortable in their new surroundings. Their tiny paws ventured farther each day, exploring this place they'd come to call home. They seemed truly settled now, Sarah mused, watching their playful grace. There was a certain satisfaction in knowing she'd given them the life they deserved. The kittens' contentment was a testament to this shared journey, one that had blossomed into true belonging. Sarah watched over them with pride, her heart swelling with tenderness with each new discovery they made. "Look how far they've come," she murmured, her eyes soft with affection. Their bond had grown into something she cherished deeply, a connection made strong by their shared journey. Together, they had faced uncertainty, transcending circumstances through love and care. It was more than Sarah had ever imagined, but exactly what they all needed. The story of the kittens became more than just a personal journey. It was a tale of community, of caring, and of the magic that happens when hearts unite. Their tale echoed with every person who had been touched by their adventures. "We've all been part of something special," Sarah reflected, feeling the warmth of their shared path. Her heart was forever filled with the memories of their journey, a story of kindness and connection.